This show is fucking hilarious. And I have to say thanks to Melissa for recommending this. If you guys ever want me to do a video on something, just leave a comment below. Brooklyn Nine-Nine reminds me of the cop version of Scrubs. Yeah, they solve crimes sometimes, but it's really about them being lovable nerds with one another, and I don't think there's any character that I dislike. I mean, Jake kinda does get on my nerves every once in a while, but when it really comes down to it, he usually comes through. But we're not here to talk about him, we're here to talk about the main queer characters of this show. There's 2 of them, so I figured I'd split it into separate videos as to give them both the time they deserve. Here's part 1 of the LGBT characters of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, kicking it off with the bisexual badass, Detective Rosa Diaz.
I've only had Arlo for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
I have to be honest, I was a little nervous with this character when I first started watching. There are a lot of stereotypes when it comes to women of color in media. With Latina women, one that is constantly being used is the spicy Latina trope. They're usually sensual, with a hard exterior and a short temper. There's Rosita from The Walking Dead, there's Vasquez from Aliens, Michelle Rodriguez from The Fast and Furious, Michelle Rodriguez from Avatar, Michelle Rodriguez from Lost. You get the picture. And that's nothing against the actresses. Those are the roles available for them. But notice how you can interchange these characters throughout their franchises, and it really wouldn't make a difference. And that's because they're fundamentally the same. And if you look at Rosa, that's who you're introduced to. She's mildly drop-dead gorgeous, with a hard exterior.
Fine. I'm great at apologizing. I'm a very sweet person. Out of my way, chunk.
And I guess you could say she has a short temper.
Come on! I'm so sick of these sucky computers.
But it's so blatantly over the top, and while being funny, it kind of points out the ridiculousness of the stereotype itself. Not only that, but you have 2 Latina women in the main cast. So instead of having the token to represent a whole culture, which a lot of minority characters often are, they have more of a spectrum of people to show their audience. But even if that's who you're introduced to, they move away from those stereotypes in the first season, and further develop her as a character. Rosa looks like she could kill you, and yeah, she probably could, but if you really look at it, she's really quite kind and extremely loyal. That's if you're able to show her you can reciprocate that trust. If you can show her you can be there for her, she'll be there for you. She has been there for everyone on the squad. And in turn, if you probably look, they've all been there for her, in some way, shape, or form. They have each other's back in a way that a family does. If you think about it, she doesn't even have that with her biological one, with her being estranged from them for most of the show. And when this is what you call family fun time, it's no wonder it took her this long to come out, with her family being the root of her trust issues. Which brings us to her sexuality. Notice there weren't really any hints to Rosa being bisexual, other than this little statement in season 1.
What? You can hate people and still think they're hot.
You know what? I'm with you on this. Tanya Harding.
Yeah, she's thick.
Right?
And honestly, there didn't really need to be any hints or build-up. It's okay that someone is private about their sexuality. Not everyone can wear it on their sleeve and be open about it. And Rosa is one of those people. It probably even wouldn't have come out if Boyle wasn't so damn nosy.
What's really going on?
I'm dating a woman.
There's a saying that you'll come out multiple times in your life, and Rosa had multiple times as well. Realize the first time she came out was to her 9-9 family, and they just accepted her right off the bat, without question. Though I do feel like the support Rosa felt she had from her friends allowed her to even consider the possibility of telling her real family. But when she did, her family didn't accept her, which is incredibly heartbreaking and unfortunately realistic. I love the parallel that the show did with these 2 coming out scenes. It shows the 2 different reactions and how those reactions affect the person coming out. And that asks the audience, which would you have for the person that's coming out to you? You have the version that in real life so many have to go through, which can leave the person you care about hurt, and then you have the version that should come naturally in the form of acceptance. And that's a really great parallel to show. It's your choice whether you accept a person or not. And eventually her father did come around. At first he couldn't wrap his mind around it, and that's understandable. No one should expect anyone to understand everything. But just because you don't understand it doesn't mean you can't accept it. I don't understand how people eat pineapple pizza, but I accept that it's your trash pizza to eat. Rosa's father does come around in the end, but the thing she feared the most happens. She was just starting to get along with her family, but her parents canceled game night and things still changed. But it's okay, because her 9-9 family picked up the slack where her parents couldn't. Because Rosa has just come out, the story is far from over, and I look forward to seeing what's to come with her relationship with her girlfriend. And it's much needed. According to this Daily Beast article, which I put in the description below, the media still struggles with talking about bisexual people as a legitimate sexual orientation. In 2017, the word bisexual was only tweeted in 7 instances by the New York Times, while the word gay was tweeted over 100. And that's consistent with articles and coverage across the board with these media outlets. Having a great character that happens to be bisexual, like Rosa, can generate those conversations that work towards getting bisexuality at least as acknowledged as the rest of the damn acronym. With that said, I have no doubt that this show will do a good job portraying a bisexual person on screen. They've already done a great job with Captain Holt, but that is something we'll talk about in our next video. Thank you so much for watching, and a very special thank you to all our subscribers. We've made it to 100, and that is just so awesome. I'm going to do a special giveaway for that, which I'll announce next video, but for now, Jackevis White is the winner of our last Legend of Korra giveaway and will receive the $10 Visa gift card. Message me on our channel or send us a quick email at PrideBrary@gmail.com so we can get that over to you. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Here's to 100 more, and until next time, I'm Jess. See you later.